TTS Thursday. With me, Yi. 3 stories. First up, we start in Taiwan, where a man was sadly unalive because of a medical procedure. The procedure you'll find out later. And second, in Singapore, we have waterfall features popping up out of nowhere from ceilings. Last story of the day is about Kway Chap. It's a local Singapore delicacy. It's why you watch us, so that foreign friends watching this, you would also understand what is Singapore delicacy. And Kway Chap is one local delicacy which has caused a dispute in a hawker center. So let's kick things off. A man in Taiwan, Taipei, underwent a penile enlargement procedure and things didn't end well. Like, he didn't make it. So Mr. Tian, 50 years old from Taipei, Taiwan, paid around 13,000 US dollars for a penile enlargement surgery involving anesthesia at Enlargement Clinic in Taipei's Zhongshan district. Surgery began 9 AM in the morning on September 17, 2025 and lasted around 3 to 5 hours, ending between noon to 2 PM, and then Mr. Tian was placed in recovery. However, around 5 or so hours later, around 7 PM, he was found to be not breathing and without pulse. Paramedics arrived to confirm his passing. Now, preliminary suspicions point to anesthesia complications, possibly involving expired substances use. So now you know an expired anesthesia could have such alarming effects, fatal effects. Exact cause still pending autopsy. And the doctor, faces charges of negligent homicide. And things go deeper than that. Now, it was found out that this clinic, Enlargement Clinic, has violated health regulations 7 times and also faces potential suspension by the Taipei Health Bureau. And the surgeon, 62-year-old surgeon Ting Bin Huang, believe it or not, has changed his name at least twice. We don't even know if Ting is even his real surname or not. He is now being detained for questioning and transferred to prosecutors. A nurse was also summoned for investigation. So now, Ting Bin Huang has been found to have a history of malpractice, and he had a prior conviction, believe it or not, for manslaughter in a similar penile enlargement procedure case before. And he was also sued for malpractice by 3 female patients after breast augmentation surgeries lead to infections and necrosis. Okay, I just want to check what is necrosis, and it doesn't look good. And they aren't related to necromancers, by the way. Okay, back to the story. Surgeon Ting also faced fraud, explicit harassment allegations, also use of unqualified assistance, and most of his suits have been settled out of court. So as you know, the older you are, you face more health risks undergoing procedures or surgeries. Mr. Tian, the man who passed away, was 50 years old when he chose to do this enlargement procedure. We're not gonna question his choice to do so. Just know that sometimes it's not about the size of the boat, but about the motion of the ocean. Breaking news. Impromptu waterfalls are popping out of ceilings in Singapore malls and even MRT stations, as you have heard recently, right? So one such incident happened again on September 17, 2025 around 9 AM at the Raffles Place MRT station on the North-South line platform, creating a loud raining noise. People say this is the local waterfall features that seem to be happening more and more often in Singapore. And take note, it has happened in several malls, including Changi Jewel, while it was still new, so it's not just subjected to old buildings or structures, okay? And that's what we love about Singapore, because news like this, water leaking from the ceiling, can actually make the news. Believe it or not, I could actually search 10 sources just reporting this news alone, because in other parts of the world, such news, water leaking from the ceiling, won't even make the news most likely. But we are in Singapore and, you know, this is news to us. So, it only happened around in the morning, and I believe it was rectified pretty soon. Though I don't know when did the water stop leaking ended. I have no further context on this. And also, one thing to note was escalators near the affected area were out of service at the time. I've been always wondering, are escalators waterproof? What if the leak happened all and started pouring all over the escalators? Will the escalators jam up? Because I mean, they are all machineries and gears underneath the stairs, right? But then we do have outdoor escalators in certain public attractions, now to think of it. So never mind, cancel that thought. Anyway, what we are most concerned of when this kind of incident, these waterfall features happen in Singapore is just two questions we have to ask. First of all, is the water brown? Second, does the water smell? Because if you answer yes to both of the questions, then maybe you want to stay away from it. Far, far away. Kway Chap, delicacy of Singapore, local delicacy, comfort food to many, and also the reason of a dispute at the West Coast Market and Food Centre Singapore at the Kway Chap store, where it involves two Mr. Huang. The customer, Mr. Huang, 58 years old, and the stall owner, Mr. Huang, also 51 years old. This story confused me so much because both of them had the same surname. Anyway, this happened on September 14, 2025, Sunday lunch, where the customer, 58 years old, Mr. Huang, came and ordered a portion of Kway Chap. And you know, when you order a portion of Kway Chap, I'm going to explain first. Kway Chap means a bowl of rice noodle soup with a plate of braised meat, okay? Or you can pair it with a bowl of white rice if you do not want kueh. Kueh is a bowl of rice noodle soup. So Mr. Huang, the customer, ordered a Kway Chap set, and then he added one more bowl of rice, and then he decided, oh, maybe I want to add one more bowl of kueh, one more bowl of white rice noodle soup. And then the stall owner, Mr. Huang, also said, no, you can't, because we have a rule here. And it is a really weird rule because I love Kway Chap and I've never heard of this rule before. Let me know if this is normal or not. So the stall owner, Mr. Huang, told the customer, Mr. Huang, that over here, when you order a set of Kway Chap, right, you get a braised meat, a plate of braised meat, and you can pair it with, and you get a plate of braised meat, and you get either a bowl of kueh or a bowl of white rice, and then you can choose to top up one time for staple food, your carbohydrates, either one more bowl of white rice or one more bowl of kueh. So it's basically the max you can go is when you get a set. You can get 2 bowls of rice, 2 bowls of kueh, rice noodle soup, or a mix, you know, 1 bowl of white rice, 1 bowl of kueh. So now Mr. Huang already ordered a bowl of white rice. He wants a second bowl of kueh, which would make it into 3 bowls of staple food, which would make it into 2 bowls of rice noodle soup and 1 bowl of white rice, and that is not allowed. Mr. Huang, the customer, 58 years old, is perplexed. Anyway, he told the stall owner, Mr. Huang, also, okay, fine, I'll just finish my food first, but just in case later your staple food is not enough for me to eat with my braised meat, I mean, you know, just in case. So he went and eat. The more he eat, the more furious he got. And by the time he finished his bowl of rice, by the time he finished his bowl of kueh, the rice noodle soup, he looked at the plate of braised meat and he saw, I still have meat left on my plate of braised meat, but I have no more staple food left. And if I want to buy a bowl of staple food from the stall owner, he refused to sell me. He got so furious, he got up, he walked over to the stall owner, also named Mr. Huang. Tell Mr. Huang, look at this, I have meat left, okay? And Mr. Huang, the stall owner, can see the customer, Mr. Huang, getting really emotional. So Mr. Huang, the stall owner, told the customer, Mr. Huang, fine. This is just a one-off, okay? I'm gonna sell you this bowl of kueh, but take note, no more next time, okay? Next time, I don't care. You finish your braised meat with whatever staple food I serve, or you just eat it without staple food lah. Because these are my rules. These are my stall, my rules. You don't like, buy somewhere else. Okay, fine. Mr. Huang, the customer, got his extra bowl of kueh. He eat, unhappy, left, you know, and this story. Now we have this story. And reporters from Lianhe Zaobao finally one day managed to visit the stall owner, Mr. Huang, to ask, you know, Mr. Huang, why this really strange rule? So the reason is because Mr. Huang, the stall owner, actually prepares equal amount of braised meat and equal amounts of staple food. So if someone were to order one Kway Chap set and comes with 1 plate of braised meat and they start buying a lot of staple food or a lot of kueh, rice noodle soup or white rice, in the end, right, Mr. Huang, the stall owner, will have a surplus of braised meat left and no staple food to match together. You understand? That's the problem. So he prepared everything just nice, you know, fits balance, equilibrium, you know. I do not know if this is OCD or not, because some people actually don't want to eat carbohydrates nowadays. Some people actually order Kway Chap without the kueh or without the rice. So what happens here? I guess, I don't know. And also, so vice versa, if someone were to order a lot of Kway Chap, you know, without the kueh, in the end, he would have Mr. Huang, the owner, would be ended up with a lot of leftover staple food of rice and rice noodle kueh. Okay. Oh my god, speaking of that, my stomach just growled, and I do love a good bowl of Kway Chap. Anyway, Now, you look at this, okay? Times are so tough for hawkers now that they have to calculate the portions perfectly so that they are at equilibrium, okay? Maybe it's not OCD, maybe it's just times are really tough. The F&B industry is not doing well in Singapore. That's why now hawkers have to be so stringent with their portions, just nice, have to match perfectly. The staple food and the braised meat has to match perfectly in perfect equal number of portions. And also, one more thing, Mr. Huang, that's all. If you are having a lot of customers that seems to request a lot of extra portion of staple food, maybe you want to consider, Mr. Huang, the store owner, maybe you have too much meat in your plate of braised meat. So maybe you want to reduce the amount of meat in your plate of braised meat if people are ordering too many portions of staple food. Just a thought, I know, not a popular thought to all the customers of Mr. Huang, obviously.